Welcome to Reef and Pond Wise, where we talk all about reef and pond related stuff. So if you love reef keeping and pond keeping like I do, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss anything. In this video, I'm going to show you how I fixed my pond. So what looks a little bit different from over here is the waterfall that is way over there. And if you're following the channel, you guys know that I had a rodent. We found out it was a mole, and it did some damage to the stability of my back fall there. So I just got done building that back up, and I wanted to show you guys how I fixed my pond. And we've got the bog pond running back again. So let's go ahead and get started. So what I did was I grabbed some cinder blocks, some standard concrete cinder blocks, and as I was building this thing, I decided to do two things. One, it looks a little bit different. In previous videos, you'll notice that the second waterfall there was a lot lower, so I raised it up about a foot. And we kind of like it like this because it has the same depth as the front fall, so it's a little bit more uniform. But if you'll notice, we went ahead and slanted the top waterfall towards our deck. So let me take you over there and show you what I mean. Before, it was parallel to that front fall, and we sit up here, so when we view the pond, we were seeing everything on this main waterfall, what we would call our main waterfall, from an angle. So what I did to build this back up is I grabbed these cinder blocks, and it took 10. I actually bought 14, so I've got a couple left, but I got plans for these too, because what I'm going to do is a pondless water feature in the back here. And all I did was take these concrete blocks, these cinder blocks, and I mortared them together with a nice seam to make them extra strong, because the mole will never ever get back into this pond, I can tell you that. So I went down about 4 feet on each side to build this new frame, and I just got done putting the liner back in place and setting up this waterfall, and this whole thing is completely framed with those cinder blocks. So there's absolutely no way that a mole would be able to come back through here and compromise this waterfall again. Now what I did, guys, is I really used 3 tools. I used my stamper. This stuff is extremely hard. This dirt is not actually dirt, it's clay. So I was able to mold that with some water and get everything leveled by using my level. And when you are doing this kind of thing, you want to make sure that you got everything leveled, so it's eye appealing when you're viewing, and of course you get the water flow off of the surfaces. So that's the level that I used, and then just a standard shovel, and that was all it took. And I did it all in, I don't know, maybe about 2 hours. So it wasn't that difficult. I've got some other things that I want to do, but I've got to gather all these rocks up and place them back where they were. I put a plant here on this liner just to hide the liner, because I've got to go ahead and backfill this water feature here, and then I've got to go ahead and place my rock. And I'll probably fool around with these rocks for a couple of days and see where I want to place them. As you can see, I took out a lot of these rocks, and then I'll foam them in. So everything will look great. We'll get a new view. It's kind of a frontal view with this bog pond. Now the other thing with the bog pond is my other bog pond was about 250 gallons. It was about 2.5 feet deep and 16 feet long. And I got the good water circulation that I liked, and I had a place for my aquatic plants, and it was a good filtering system, but I have plenty of filtering going through my pond. So when I fixed my pond here, I decided to make the collection pool quite a bit smaller. So I went down an extra foot, but I shrank the collection pool probably about 12 feet, so it's about 4 feet wide now. And it's a nice sound. It's got a nice look to it, I believe. And this will be the view, the new view that we get when we're sitting on our deck. I'll come up here by the deck. And it's just a little bit more flow, a little bit more dramatic, and a little bit more in scale with the pond. So I'm extremely happy with how this turned out. And it was just, like I say, cinder blocks, some mortar, a little bit of time and effort, and everything's nice and level. It's starting to get dark, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a night, but I'll backfill tomorrow morning. I'll start and hopefully get everything buttoned up, but I wanted to show you guys the progress. So what you can really do when you put your mind to it when you're fixing your pond. So if you found the video helpful in any way or educational, give it a like, and until next time, anyone can build a pond, but it takes someone special to keep one, and that someone special is you.